Hello everyone, welcome in. Is my mic working? Also, welcome in Pug. Hopefully my mic is working and everyone can hear what I am saying. No, not late, okay, maybe I'm a minute late. Not late, not late, not late, not late, okay? Not late, not late. Anyway, as you can see, we are playing King of the Castle today. We have not done this in a hot minute. I actually don't know how long it's been, if I'm being completely honest. I trust VCat more than I trust you, Shadow. I know I'm not muted, okay? Okay, you would, okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think. I need to turn on the extension for King of the Castle. I have it open. I'll turn it on once we get over to the other page. I'm trying to think if there's anything I have to say before we start, and honestly, I don't think I do. I'm like looking over here trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Can I eat? No, Matt, they're still my wings. Damn it, they're still my wings. You cannot eat them. They're mine. They're mine and mine alone, okay? I'm going to hoard my own wings. Anyway, I say we get right into it. I don't think I have anything else to say. So, yeah. Let's go over and hopefully I can remember how to play the game and hopefully like Foggy can help me put the commands up so you guys know how to join. Turn off the wings. Are my wings edible? Not. No, totally not. Totally not just saying that so you don't try and steal them from me. All right, let me hit activate, overlay 1. Okay, can you guys see the extension? Is the extension working? Hopefully it is. I don't know how necessarily it works. Where is King of the Castle? There it is. There we go. Okay. Questions. What do we want the dynasty to be called? I think last time we had the basement and then we had the attic, and I can't remember what the third one was called. I think we did it 3 times. I can't remember the third one. I remember the basement, I remember the attic. I don't know what you would like to what you'd like to put as the last one. Join also won't work until we get the dynasty in, I believe. But what would you guys like to call it? What would you guys like to call it? The closet, the backyard, the shed. The shed sounds very familiar. Is that what we went with as the third one? You know, I'm gonna go with the backyard because the backyard has the shed. I don't know why you guys want to take over the backyard, but we're gonna take over the backyard. That's where we're going. Play on Twitch. Alright, which 3 regions do we want? I kind of don't want to give you, the counts. I don't want to give you the counts because we've had the count- Foggy! We've had the counts every single time. Every single time. It has nothing to do with that, Foggy. Okay. Does anyone else have a color? Fine, we have purple. We have purple. Okay, 4 of you want purple. Okay. Counts. We got counts. Who else do we want? Do we want the red, the blue, the yellow, or the green? Yellow and green? Are you sure? Red? Alright. Shadow, you were the last one to hop on the purple train, so we'll go with red. Is there anyone else other than Foggy? Foggy wanted purple. Purple and green are the neatest. Honestly, we haven't had green. We had green once. Not saying green too. Alright. Red, purple, green. Does this work for everyone? I think it was brutes, weird, cultish people, and I don't remember what they did. I think they tried to kill bees one time, and that's all I remember about the green people. I don't think we had the green people back since they failed to kill the bees. Anyway, let us, yeah, green was the bees? Okay. Go with that. Alright, in order to join, can I speak? In order to join, there we go. Type ! join and then space, and then if you own the game, you can include the house that you want to be in. And then I think space after that, and that includes your preferred gender, I believe. Otherwise it will it'll just, I think, randomize it? I'm not really sure. I do remember that being a thing. Damn, there's no red people yet. There we go. I'll give it another second. It'll be good. It'll be good. I think everyone wanted to be purple, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. We're the singular teams. I believe in you. Pug, Dot, please take down purple. Purple cannot win again. Hello and welcome in, Final. Alright. Do you guys want to give it another second, or do you want to hop right in? I know Pug's all alone down there, but hopefully it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll get a few more people to join in a little later on. I know you can join in anytime. Just let me know. Just let me know. Oh, welcome in, welcome in. Alright, we are even. We are even. We're closer to even. Alright. I'll give it one more second. Let me take a drink really quick, and then I will hit go. Alright, I think we're ready. Alright. Let us begin. Whew, it's been a while since I played this. Now that you're the queen, the first duty is to meet with each of the council nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course, the bleak march. Introduce yourself to the east. It's an honor to finally make your acquaintance, your highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. I don't like you already, Shadow. I have very bad blood with you people, okay? I'm just for those who those who were not around for the past few times I played it, nearly every single time, the damn purple people screwed me over. And, it was always the purple people. They may not have won, but they screwed up my game so much I can't do it anymore. Alright. Let's go with the green peoples. Pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And then to the march. Hail and well met, my liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other to demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council's like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. I never really said I wanted the throne. Path to victory. What do you guys have? Okay, high trade, high farming, high faith, and okay, so there's no, there's really no easy way to go with this. Alright. Alright. When you die, how would you like the kingdom to remember you? Alright, this is the hard part. This is the hard part for me because, obviously, there's no bad route to go, but there's no good route either. Like, no one of these has high marks, like, across the board. I remember farming being pretty hard to raise every other time. That is true. That is true. Screw us over, we might rebel. I feel like you're just gonna rebel either way, Final. Is that not true? Is that not true? You know? I'm gonna go with a weird option. Because what can possibly go wrong with trying to raise faith? That can't possibly screw me over. It looks pretty decent across the board. I'm sure that's gonna be good. You want to spread riches? Nah, we'll raise faith. We'll raise faith. I think that's the right way to go. Quite easy to raise if you dictate yourself to screwing over the purples. I mean, fair. Fair. I'm actually perfectly fine screwing over the purple. Sorry, purples. Purples make me sad, and I don't want to be anywhere near the purples, but I also don't want them to rebel is the hard part. I have bad memories of this region. We haven't played in like a month or two. No, Foggy, you won't remember anything. Okay? I'm sorry to hear that you're lagging, War. I'm sorry to hear that you're lagging. I don't think I can do anything on my end. I always feel like I should be able to do something. Remember this? No, Shadow, you won't remember this. You won't. You won't. You know why? Because the purples will be no more. Alright, Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. I'm just gonna skip through because there's like... No, we just know it goes up to a vote. Alright. What would you guys like me to do for my coronation? You can either hoist a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine, you can force the commons to swear a blood oath, you can throw the queen into the river, or the nobles can put on a vast banquet for the queen. I genuinely, I was gonna veto the lavish one, but I'm good with anything. I'm good with anything. Into the river, no! No, we don't need to into the river. We don't need it. We don't need it. If that's what you guys want. If that's what you guys want, fine. It's understandable. To vote, it's exclamation mark vote and then space the letter that you want to go with, by the way. Just in case anyone did not already know, or my words are too tiny. By the way, let me know if I need to raise the size of the game. I had it set up for other games and when I still had like chat below. So let me know if you guys are having issues reading it on your screens or anything. I can make the whole scene larger. Alright. Looks like I'm getting thrown into the river. Yippee. Voting is closed. I don't remember what happens, if I'm being honest. It's decided the queen will be thrown into the river. What kind of coronation is that? It's a very traditional ceremony dating back to Queen Alma the Wise. It's meant to represent you being reborn as a true queen. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up on the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or some nobles' stifling giggles? Alright, now it's the fun part for you guys. Sylvia of the Foggy Doubloon dynasty, notorious reformed cultist, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can still bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Sibyl wears the crown. Purple people, what would you like to do to dethrone me? You can either A, plan subterfuge, which your goal would be to lower stability, B, have a doppelganger where your goal is to lower defiance, or C, possession, where your goal is to also lower your own defiance. Your voting is open now. Also leave it open until you guys have your votes together. Alright. How do I join the stream? VCat, type exclamation mark join, and then it'll put you in. 1 second, Dark. I did forget to open. Currently, Dot and Final are on the red team, Foggy and Shadow are on the purple team, and Pug, is it Lynn? I do apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Lynn and War are all on the green team. So, mostly even. Dark, it didn't put you on the counts. Dark, it didn't. Can the text be a bit bigger? Yes, 1 second. Let me continue so I can get the next vote, and then let me, chat up here so I can do it. Sorry, OBS is, like, trying to fight me for a second. Let me look over here. Game. Hopefully I don't, like, hide it behind my, let me just move my model over a little bit. If I ever block anything that's, on screen, just let me know. Or if the text from the, stream avatars blocks it, let me know. Is this a little better? I know it's not, like, the prettiest setup in the world, but hopefully it's slightly easier to read. I can make it full if that's necessary, but hopefully this is a little bit better. We put your model in the top corner just hanging there? You're not allowed to hang me! A little too early for that. It's a bit better, thanks. Okay, let me know if it needs to be larger. I can move stuff around. I definitely can. Wait, actually, if I go corner to corner, then hopefully this doesn't get blocked too much. I think without my model and everything blocking it a whole lot, that's the best I can do for now. Again, if Stream Avatars blocks it, I can shrink them. I can make everything, I can just take them away too, if that's necessary. Just let me know. Just let me know. Stream is a bit cuffed, putting quality at 360p. Oh, that's painful. Can you still read the screen if it's like that? Because please let me know if there's anything I can do to make this a little better. Just please let me know. Let me take a drink as I continue onward. By the way, the purple people are trying to lower their own defiance. The Count's plan to summon a demon to hello, English? The Count's plan to summon a demon to possess the Queen, putting her totally under their control. First, they must lull the Queen into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the Counts must lower their own defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Not much time for that. Emmy of the Dark Bloodline, charismatic Marchernator? Whatever. Stands before the blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. When have the Barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Red people, what would you like to do? You can either do A, intimidation, where your goal is to raise stability, B, an uprising, where your goal is to raise the treasury, or C, gunpowder. Your goal is to lower authority. Also, welcome in, welcome in! I do apologize, I have no idea how to say the first part of your name. I want to just say Doc, but I don't think that's right. Please let me know how to say your name if it bugs you at all. Gunpowder, let's go. No! Final! You know, is anyone else? Dark, you want to be done different? You know, Dark, you know, I'm going on the counts. Dark, we can not gunpowder it, right? Right? Okay. Gunpowder it is. Alright. The red people are voting gunpowder. Your goal is to lower your authority. The Republic of Kurth has substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom! Of course, a sensible queen would never allow one's region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the queen's wrath. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. It's pronounced Gnosis-talk? Did I say that right? Gnosis-talk? I hope that that's alright. The G was what was mainly throwing me off. I do apologize. I feel like I'm gonna butcher your name. Like I'm gonna forget the pronunciation in a second. Hopefully I remember it though. Aspen of the War Family, infamous coastal elder, scribbles with a well-used pen on a hardwood desk. I don't know why I said pen instead of quill, but anyway. Explaining in measured poise. Fellow... Okay. Is it... patient? Fellow green people, that's what I'm gonna say. My claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Siviel. Something must be done. Green people, what would you like to do? You can either A, resort to sorcery, where your goal is to raise authority, B, conspiracy, where your goal is to lower the treasury, or C, corruption, where your goal is to lower authority. A lot of authority going on. Alright, Pug's voting for corruption, which, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense that you guys would want the same goal. Muskets and cannons or pyrotechnics. That's true! You guys are just making your own Disneyland. That's what this is. Or it's 4th of July and not the United States. That's what this is. That's what this is. Alright. Looks like corruption is what's winning. The green people plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the ruling of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the green people must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Let's see how this goes. Alright, to recap, The red peoples want to lower the authority to 4 or less in order to gunpowder. The purple people want to lower their own defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons for demonic possession. I was about to say demon possession, that's not quite proper English. And the green peoples also want to lower the authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons for corruption, to sell the throne or something. Can we see the stats list? Yep. There you go. Please remind me if you need to see one or the other. Just let me know. I will switch. Please, I will switch. I honestly just forget that there's important information. I wish there was a way to, like, maybe put the noble list up in the upper corner, because not much happens over there. Let's see how this goes. Nothing is necessarily useful. Let's grab it and go. I did, VCat. I did see it. I did see it. Prefer counts or Dracula's if you prefer your grace. You know, I don't really much like the purple goths. I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. They turned me into a wolf one time. Really don't like it over there at all. Anyway, honor guard. This one's always fun. One day you're walking through the palace gardens when you're confronted with an unusual sight. One of your palace watch is standing guard, but instead of a pike, he's holding up a mop. I don't remember this. Fearlessly defending me from dust, are you? Last week, a grubby little urchin kicked me in the shins, and I stole my proper pike. I grabbed the first replacement I could find. You're an idiot. Some might praise me for my resourcefulness. Who is this dude? This sounds like VCat or something. I can only apologize, Your Majesty. The Palace Watch has been more incompetent than usual recently. It's obvious you need a proper honor guard to protect you. But first, how can we improve the watch? So I don't just get to wait, I always thought the honor guard one was me getting to pick one of the other things. Like one of the houses. Okay, this is different. This is different. This is different. Okay. What would you guys like to do to fix the palace watch? A, you can either spend a fortune on fancy new equipment. B, you can invite the marcher soldiers to provide training. Or C, enforce the harsher discipline. Or D, there's no need to do anything. I'm just gonna, have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. You guys have your options. Although I do realize now that the purple people have it easy. I kind of made it easy on the purple people, and I kind of wish I didn't do that. You want us to be a count. Too bad, Vex. Too bad. We don't need more of the purple people. There's enough purple people. All right. Any last second votes coming in? Anyone just want to spend a fortune? I will gladly just spend a fortune. My treasury is not terrible, you know. All right. It made me be green. You know, that's fine, Vex. The green people are better. The green people are better. They're not fighting bees this time, so it's fine. All right. Yeah, we're stuck inviting the soldiers to provide training. The barons are honored that their martial prowess is acknowledged. A squad of screaming marcher sergeants soon whip your watch into shape. Though, by all accounts, some of your watch's incompetence rubs back off on them. Oh, you guys are only capable now. Damn. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe. Not like these kittens. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'll be loyal to the coin above all. You know, the very first time I played through this game, I've only done it 3 times now. I've died every single time, but I've realized that the honor guard actually means something. The first 2 times I played through, I thought it did absolutely nothing, right? I thought it didn't do anything. When my battle nuns got killed by a werewolf, I soon found otherwise. And I now realize that this decision actually matters. Are they? Are they? I'm seeing a lot of mixed opinions. Everyone wants me to take their team. Boggy, I can promise you, I am not taking the Easter Knights. You know why? Because they write poems. You can get the poem-writing purple people who don't know how to fight. How about the Coastal Gladiators? A gang of lowborn crooks who turn themselves into celebrities through their skills at chopping other people into bits. They're vain, selfish. Their skills in battle are undeniable, but can you trust them? I mean, hey, his pecs are covered. I think that's trustable. I think so. Maybe. Then about the march. These soldiers have fought in more battles than they have had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well into the life in the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails. How much do the mercenaries cost? Obviously the march, you know, they know how to fight. Well, so do the gladiators. The gladiators know how to fight too. They know how to fight too, okay? It's just the purple people. The purple people suck. Veterans are for protection. Okay. 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 What about the mercenaries, right? Band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fight. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Okay. 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 Ever killed someone with sick rhymes, your grace? Our knights stay on. God, you know, that's a very compelling argument. That is a very compelling argument, okay? That is a very... Okay. 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 You know, I've genuinely never been interested enough. Oh, okay. 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 That is like the best argument I've ever had to get the counts on my side. Gladiators are fight well hardcore, no armor? True, but they also have no armor, and that might be a negative. What did they need? Lower defiance to 4 or less. Oh, well, there's no way I'm raising their defiance that much. The east, no, okay. Okay. You know what? You know what? Boggy, give us a poll. I'm gonna give you guys an extra poll, so you guys, right? You guys can vote. Hello? I don't think I slept very well last night. Alright, you know what this is gonna mean? You guys can vote. I'll let you guys vote. We're not doing the mercenaries, but I'll let you guys vote, and this will just, you know, end up being your own thing. After hearing about killing with sick rhymes, I'm good with any of them. I'm good with any of them. How many people are on each team? It's even. Okay, this will be a fair vote. This will be a fair vote. No, there's no majority. There's no majority. Look, it's even. It's even. Okay, maybe it wasn't right to have... Okay, I now see that having a count make a poll is not a good idea. The east is the purple, the march is the red, the other is the green. You know? There we go. It is right up there. Hopefully at least ties so I have the power back. Because now I see that this is a very unpretty poll. I see that now. Also, who voted something else? What is the something else supposed to be? Train our conscripts against them. See the names through stream avatars? Okay, wait. Let me shrink that while you guys are voting. Although it looks like the East may have won. I don't know what the something- what is the something else? What is that supposed to be? Let me just- yeah, you guys can be super tiny. And then super tiny. Hopefully, I don't know why I'm even keeping stream avatars on at this point. Okay. Does Her Highness even need guards? True. I'm strong as is. Alright. I really don't. Wait, the March won! The March won over the- wait. The March won! Yay! Perfect! Okay! It's not the purple people!
Sue dot 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 dot.
Yes, wonderful words of wisdom, Vex. Also, thank you for the bits. Alright. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Alright, well that was fun. Of course, the knights of the militant barbarians, but they still worked, okay? You know, I was just kind of happy we weren't killing people with poems. That was my extent of this. A dangerous cult. The priests begin ever more concerningly- wait, the priests- okay, I just read that wrong. The priests bring ever more concerning reports from wild cult at large in the east. These fanatics call themselves the 8th chapter, and they claim to have found an arm of a dead god. An arm of a dead god? An arm of a dead god. A colossal limb that moves under its own power. Tall as 5 men, long as 10 horses, clad in shining steel. I dread to think what such a thing might be capable of. This heresy cannot stand. The council must do something to stop it. What would you guys like to do about the dead god arm? You can either A, summon a high inquisitor to break the cult, B, discreetly dispatch a spy to find out more, or C, wait and see. These things usually die by themselves. Let me take the drink. Thank you, Vex. And here's your vote. Not a cult. Crush that cult. No, I feel like the cults are fine. I feel like cults are fine. What can a cult possibly do? What if I get on the cult's good side? Let's say the crazy people, it always means something. Also, welcome in, Cortex. Alright. Alright. I see now. You guys voted to discreetly dispatch a spy to find out more. You dispatch the spy and hope to hear back soon. The nature of subterfuge demands that those in charge remain in the dark. A call for apprentices. Grim tidings, your grace. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Turnpool? A place. Yeah, just a place. I believe that Athermal? Can I just not say their names? Lies and slander, we celebrate our history. The cult? The Stormbringer. Anyway, tell me more about this wizard. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Stormbringer, as her name suggests, is a wizard whose domain includes both the sky and storm. She put out a call to new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking peasants from all over the East are lining up for the chance. Not just peasants, I, Emerald, have decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those common folk are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. Gets hit by lightning. Can I, like, volunteer to be the apprentice? That sounds much better than being a werewolf. Or I'll just die by the god's hand. Or whatever wizard. Basically a god at that point. You couldn't even put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. Damn. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. The wizard answers only to themselves. The power is unmatched, such the entire kingdoms cannot stand against them. I also apologize that I'm like stuttering. I don't know why I'm failing to
So
read.
you should try not to die.
I'm gonna try not to die. Even an apprentice on the council would be disastrous. Baroness Emerald could find and use magic to interfere with votes, or you, for that matter, shall assemble the council. Thank you, your majesty. Should the Baroness Emerald be allowed to apprentice under the wizard in the east? A. Allow the Baroness Emerald to become the apprentice. B. Require that she forfeits her noble title in order to become an apprentice. Or C. Forbid Emerald from traveling to the city. What would you guys like to do? I'm not gonna interfere with this one either. defiance. I see people wanting her to forfeit the title. Alright. Let me live my dream. You're fine with giving up your noble lineage and money? You're fine with giving up your money. Okay, fair enough. The council has- wait. Oh. Oh! Okay. Never mind. Last second turn of events. The council has forbid Emerald from traveling to the city. Thank you, Your Grace, for not bowing to this power-hungry fool. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must deal with this troublesome wizard. So a noble can't even enter into a years-long blood pact to become an all-powerful demigod without council approval? What happened to so-called freedom? You don't have any under my reign, that's for sure. The presence in the city attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of her latent magic starts to wilt crops from miles around. That... What does that have to do with anything? I couldn't even affect that. Okay. Thought this was America? This is not America! Does this look like America? This kingdom does not look like America. I don't know what it looks like. Like, maybe that's America. Maybe America's our neighbor, but this isn't America, that's for sure. Alright, and that's the end of the day. What would you guys like to vote on? You guys can either build a monument to increase your authority. B, build a prison to decrease stability. C, build a deer park to increase farming. Or, sorry, decrease farming. C, the counts can... Why am I... Okay, you know what? You guys can read. You guys can read. I'm not gonna read. Obviously, I can't read. If anyone needs me to read, I can build a cathedral or a theater too. Yeah, my reading comprehension is like down the dumps today. I don't know why. You guys can see though. So far, it looks like the theater to lower authority is building, and so is the fortress to increase military within the Count's region. Why are the Counts trying to increase military? The world may never know. I don't think their military is very good. But, you know, fine. I actually just realized their military is tied with the Barons. Oh. Do you want less authority? No, you guys don't need less authority, I'm sure. I'm sure you don't need less authority. Please, fortress people. Like everyone, come on, you can outdo the theater. We want to keep our authority, don't we? It's totally not two teams against us. It's beautiful. Alright, time's up. What did you guys vote for? You voted to build the theater, which will lower authority by 1, and you also voted to build a fortress, which will increase the military by 1 within the Count's region. And only the Count's region. End the season. Let us see. Finding a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's almost been a year. I've been busy. You better find time, and don't worry, I'll take liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men? Women? Or do you not mind? I prefer men, thank you, Mom. Excellent, I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Thank you for the follow, Cortex. I was just realized my voice tried to crack right there. Alright, we will see what they send back later. Alright, let's go with undercutting. I wanted to speak to you about the delicate matter. Your most august majesty. It concerns the furs trade. Yes, I'm familiar with it. Then you'll understand our position. You see, if there's one thing the barons know how to do, it's hunt. We all know that they take too much pleasure in it, but it's not just for pleasure. Also, thank you for the follow, Sad. Of course, commercial hunting is important for their economy. Now that the Counts are actually the biggest buyers of the Marcher furs, which is very useful for the cold, bleak winter of the nights in the east, they line their coats with the stuff like it's going out of fashion. Traditionally, we green people have facilitated this trade, making sure a fair deal was reached on both sides, yet now the counts buy from the barons directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Sounds like clever business to me. Your Serene Highness, please, just call a council vote, will you? I really don't want to, but I don't want you to hate me either. If I just pay you to forget about this. I don't have the treasury money for that. I don't have any- oh, how come I've had nothing to raise faith yet? That's what I want to know. Business is business is business. It is very true. It's very true. I'm confused. Trade is our thing, not the barons. That's true! But at the same time, I'll let you guys judge. You guys can have this. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's not affecting me. What would you guys like to do? You can either force the counts to continue buying furs through the green people. You can allow the free market to sort this one out. You can bring the furs trade under the authority of the queen rather than the green people. Or D, ban the sale of furs altogether. Hell no! Hell no. Okay, we're not making an underground fur market. No thank you. No thank you. No. Okay. You guys can vote. What would you guys like to do? I mean, if you really want to make this America, just make it a free market. That's all you need to do. Just make it a free market. Right here. Right here. This is America. Are we voting for America? Someone wanted freedoms earlier. Emerald wanted freedoms. We can make America. America it is! Allow the free market to sort this one out. It turns out the free market doesn't care at all that much about the green people's woes, and nothing can convince the barons and counts to stop doing business. The green people, the defiance rose and defiance lessened in the other two places. What are you guys trying to do? Oh, lower your defiance. Yeah, I'm kind of failing on that front. Alright, and the last one, a rogue golem. Actually help the counts. B was a good choice. You know... What are you doing? They're doing fine. Business is business. Our trade. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. Your trade's still very happy. It's just tied with everyone else. Why didn't I vote to raise trade? Damn it. All right. A rogue golem has crossed into our territory over the Ajmedian border, Your Majesty. This could be an exciting opportunity. Why'd it cross over? It was instructed to dig a trench, but evidently did not be told when to stop. Is dug a 16-mile furrow through the landscape and over the border by the time we stopped it. Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how golem magic works. We could even turn it against the Osmedi. Your Majesty, the barons would drown in their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over the Osmedi, or over the counts and green people. Golems are offensive? Golems are offensive to the ninth god, and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. What would you guys like to do about the golem? You can use it as a source of labor, which has a 50% chance of working. You can add it to the army, which has a 60% chance of working. You can take it apart and figure out its secrets, which has a 70% chance of increasing trade. Or you can destroy it. Can you guys destroy it? Can you guys, yeah, kill it! Kill it! Why? I ruined that. Come on guys, we can destroy it. We can destroy it. I think destroying is perfectly fine, right? I don't think you need free labor. Guys, this is America! You're not allowed to have free labor! We're making America here! We're making America! No, okay, gambling is American, but no, gambling's not legal everywhere in America. No, kill it, please kill it. Just murder it, absolutely murder this thing. We're not murdering it, are we? Anyone else want to murder it? Anyone at all? Are you sure? Okay, murdering it is. Or not murdering, sorry, gambling. Use it as a source of labor. A capital idea. We'll hook it up to a mill and then test to keep its cranking handle. My faith lowered, by the way. And then, hey, presto, endless bread. First, all goes well, and then the golem works tirelessly, grinding flour all day and night. But then, terrible news, my liege. Poor Final was inspecting the new golem when it went mad. Completely mad. It seems to think that Final was a bag of flour. Picked him up and put him in the mill and made bread out of him. Damn, Final. Damn. Hey, do we get to taste the bread? Do we get to taste the bread, though? Hello? It went on a rampage, pulling up farmland and massacring peasants across the march. Farming is now down by 2 and stability is down by 1. This is what gambling gets you, people. Let this be a lesson. Never gamble. Gambling is bad. Just saying, you don't win anything. Unless it's a claw machine. Then you win. Our soldiers were able to destroy it eventually, but it killed many of them too. The damage is irreversible. Your military also sucks now, guys. Thanks. I'm so glad you're my royal guard. Alright, and that's the end of the day, I think. Am I missing anything? Nah, that's the end of the day. Let us see. Military, no. You guys did this to yourselves with the gambling. Hidden in the labyrinth beneath the eastern castle, a pair of counts meet to speak with their schemes against the queen. Queen said you'll trust the counts more and more. Yesterday we met for afternoon tea and she even said she invests in our beekeepers. I don't want to invest in your beekeepers, but you know, at least your farming's doing well. Even the queen trusts us. The archbishop doesn't. For the next stage of the scheme, the counts must lower faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Oh, they're already there. Wonderful. Amidst the dark, foreboding forest, a small squat castle stands overwatch the marcher bordered. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Look here, our first shipment from Kurth. Incredible. May I see the inside? Careful with that torch, you fool. You'll blow us to smithereens. So this is the fabled black powder. Incredibly powerful, but we'll need much, much more to put it to your throne. The next stage of the Baron scheme, they must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Oh god, I'm just... Okay! And then the green people... Why? Do they have one more season? Yeah, they have one more season. Okay, the green people aren't quite there yet. Raise up trade? How about we don't raise up trade? How about we don't? I think it's on cooldown, VCat. I think it's on cooldown, is the thing. Alright. But now the question is, I don't think I need to lower defiance anywhere. I don't need to bribe anyone. I also don't really need to... I don't need to bribe you guys. Green people don't need the bribe. Tax the counts. The second I tax someone, like, I think it's fine, right? I think it's perfectly fine. And then it doesn't end up being perfectly fine. Although the counts are very rich. I see that they did not, like, buy anything. I see that. Should cool tax anyone at 0 defiance? Should I, though? Should, like... I'm worried about it. I'm just worried about it because I had this before, right? I had this before. There was someone at 0 defiance. Within the season, within 1 season, they went all the way up from 0 to 7. 1 season. All because I taxed them. Like, the game was like, no, you're dead. Like, you know, fine. We'll steal their money. We'll steal their money. I also think I...
A message from the Grand Pensioner of Kurth. I look forward to seeing the results of this so-called space program with great interest, provided you make use of it in 4 years.
You know, I really don't want you guys to make use of a space program. That's... Thank you for the bits, guys. Actually, I also forgot to say...
If you tax us, we will riot.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, right? Also, thank you guys both for the bits. Thank you so much. Let us see the eligible options. I found these 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Thank you for the
Time
bits.
to riot.
No, look at my treasury. You guys didn't get taxed, okay?
What are taxes?
Yeah, okay. You pay them, even if you don't know you're paying them, Vex. Taxes exist. Taxes exist. More money is better. More money is better for me. Not for you guys, but for me. I found 3 potential matches, blah, 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 blah. And a partner for life. I have to hold, and to hold, I don't forget. Suppose so, but alliance comes first. Your mother leads you into a grand hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. God, thank you guys for the bits, oh my god.
Tax evasion for the win.
No one's evading their taxes here. It's not completely America. It's no. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing here. Anyway. I don't get to meet the bachelors, but let us see what we have. First is Zemuel, the eldest son of the Eastern, Gnosis. Can I shorten it to Gnosis, or should I say Gnosis Doc the whole time? I'll go with Gnosis Doc just before I have an answer. The Gnosis Doc dynasty. My English is not Englishing, oh my god. Okay, apparently they have a hell of a time getting him to smile for his portrait. Oh god, is he emo? Spends most of his time indoors poring over musty tomes. He went missing a while ago, but it turns out he just accidentally locked himself in the cellar. Survived on wine for a week. Dear god, is he a drunk? Is everyone gonna be a drunk? Okay, yeah, well, he's definitely intriguing, alright. From the coast, we have Tobias, a wealthy heir to a Lady Green person. Yeah, Lady Greenland. Yeah. I mean, just look at him. He's gorgeous, and apparently he has a silver tongue too. I don't know if silver tongue is what I want, but you know, I guess that's good in nobility, noble scheming. Yeah. His interests are typically, of coast. Money, and making more of it. The common folk call him a skinflint, though. And worse things. No? I don't mind the sound of him. And finally, we had the March's offering, Keelian. Of the red people, of Dragon's bloodline. He's known for his blunt honesty, the kind of honesty that makes you enemies. But, like most of the barons, his great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from his crossbow. He's also said to be obsessed with carving a place for himself in history. Sounds like a laugh. Pretty boy and his long sword. Keelian is a femboy? What do you mean Keelian does not sound like a femboy? What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Okay. So I have a preference. I'm kind of leaning towards the silver-tongued fox, only because the purple people's offering sounds like he's a little crazy, and the red people, I don't have a good history with hunters. So hi Tobias, would you like to say hi? Come here. Yeah, silver tongue. Gimme. I've made my decision. Don't do it. I'm doing it, Shadow.
Don't do it.
This is like the only thing I've had my mind made up on. Oh, damn it. Gimme Tobias. Gimme Tobias. Yeah, okay. The coast isn't as angry with me anymore. Alright, I now have a husband, almost. Nope, I picked Tobias, damn it. I picked Tobias. The other two sounded like really bad options. I don't think blunt honesty is good in nobility. No, don't be angry with me, okay? I'm sorry, I did not pick your child. I did not pick, in your words, the cute red twink, okay? I picked the thing that sounded best for what I needed. I did not need the femboy, damn it! Chose our- I did, Pug. I did. Wait, that was your child? Oh, well, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I don't even know what you mean by that, but that's okay. Wizard troubles. More troubles in the city, your majesty. Ever since the storm god has trained her apprentices, the weather's been terrible. Storms have ravaged the countryside, and the riverbanks are constantly flooding. I'll assemble the council. Much appreciated, Your Majesty. What would you guys like to do about the god not wanting to leave the city? A, you can assemble the militia to push her out, which has a 45% chance of working. Gambling doesn't work, guys. I wouldn't gamble. You can compensate the counts for their losses and abandon the city. That would lower farming and lower the treasury. C, you can gift the city to the god permanently. That would raise some defiance and raise some farming and also raise some money. There's some money right there. That's a lot of money. You can also let the god continue to do as she wishes. I don't know why I'm saying god, it's a wizard, but either way. I'll let you guys decide. What would you guys like to do? God, the first vote's gambling. 2 votes for— oh, that's a lot of gambling. Guys, gambling doesn't work for anyone here. Doesn't work for you, doesn't work for me, unless it somehow works, but it's gambling. Pug, thank you for being reasonable. Thank you for thinking about the money. Look, there's money. Guys, there's money! I don't think we're redoing this, but there's money! Stormmister has a lot to answer for. I think we're gonna die. I think we're gonna ensue her wrath, and I think we're gonna die, but that's what you guys picked. Voting has closed. What should we do about the wizard? I don't know why I keep saying God. Should kick her out. With your blessing, the Count Cortex musters a force of brave knights and heads towards the city to evict the wizard once and for all. Surprise, surprise, they failed. Guys, they, yeah. It doesn't go too well. A terrible storm disperses the makeshift army before it even reaches the outskirts of the town. Hundreds are vaporized by pinpoint accuracy bolts of purple lightning. Your military's worse now. Meanwhile, Cortex is handed over to the wizard in chains by a gang of fearful peasants. At least she gives him a quick death, though none can say if it was painless. Damn, Cortex, you're dead. Your farming sucks. The storms continue to destroy much of the land around the city and beyond. Eventually, people start to move away, turning it into a ghost town. Guys, gambling doesn't work. When will we learn that gambling doesn't work? I went out how many would want to gamble. You know, that's fair. That's fair, Cortex. That's fair. I personally wouldn't. I would have just, you know, seeded the city and called it good and got money, but, you know, you didn't want the money. I see that. It takes months before the wizard abruptly departs. By then, the city has become an accursed stain on the Eastern's maps. What about the warlock? Why is there another— oh, this is— okay, this is a spy. Okay, never mind. Good day to you, Your Majesty. I've learned much. A warlock called Etrivion the Opry is drawing—
90% of gamblers quit before they hit big.
well, you should be 90% of gamblers. That's the better thing, because then you cut your losses, and that's good. And sunk cost bias that I learned about in college doesn't come to kill you. It's great. It's the Kingdom of Vegas. Well, what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas, right? So in other words, I don't know where I'm going with this, but this isn't Vegas. A warlock called Opry is drawing power from a hulking artifact buried deep within the very soil of the East. Opry is preaching that the time of the church is at its end, and that this limb of the 8th god will bring freedom and prosperity. What would you guys like to do about the cult leader Opry? You can either send an assassin— Guys, I know there's gambling here, but you can just send the spy to reach out to them, right? No, guys, at least there's gambling and there's worse gambling. And then there's we can talk it out peacefully. Gamble, no! Guys, thank you, Shadow. See, thank you, Shadow, thank you. Here's your vote, 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 here's your vote. By the way, here's the noble list in case you didn't know which team you were on. Or, like, I know a few people joined recently. Just in case you don't know your team, here it is. Alright, come on, purple people. I believe in you. Make the sound decision, please. I don't think that's gonna— I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. I see 7 people. Doesn't vote A as a traitor. Well, Pug's just happy. Pug's just happy over here. Pug voted for gambling. I don't think Pug's a traitor. And I don't think the purple people like you guys anyways, so let's go with it. Send the spy to assassinate the cult leader. The council... The council nervously awaits the news of the spy's mission. After what feels like years, but was really only a week, a box arrives with a neat little ribbon on top. When the box is opened, a startled head of a man with a fine mustache resides within. The warlock is certainly dead. Defiance is lowered, and faith is now high. Well...
I told you so, we hit big.
Yeah, you definitely did. Let me take the drink. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, good luck, purple people. I don't think this is happening, but you're helping me. Alright, is that the end of the day? I think that is the end. Yeah, that's the end of the day, alright. That's the end of the day. Let's end the season. Their faith in gambling went too high. It's been too high indeed.
Purple, why did you guys vote for AU morons?
It was perfect, okay? It was perfect. Gambling! Gambling! Cuss bones, it's all wrong. No, it's fine. It's fine. You see why? Because a dingy seaside tavern, two green people meet to plot their latest scheme. Good news, my friend. The green people officials have been... Oh wait, oops, that's the palace officials. I'm just... Every single P word I see, I'm like, green people. I don't know how to say it. Unless they're called the Patriots, but I don't think they're... Are they called the Patriots? Patricians? Whatever. Patriots. Have been more accepting of my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to corruption. What are you getting in return? Oh, nothing much. A better seat in the council chamber, access to the queen's rooms when she's out, and that sort of thing. But the important thing is the queen's staff are getting used to selling their principles to a highest bidder. So, what's next? The palace staff are doing one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the chancellor and the rest of the queen's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish their respect for the queen. If the kingdom is in chaos, they will see the queen as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To advance the scheme, the green people must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Uh-oh. Patricians? Patricians? Okay. 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 Say it like partition and then remove the R and the T. So, patricians. Okay. 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 I'll take it and I'll forget it, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I had no idea how to say it. Okay. What can I steal? What can I steal? Lovely. I like this one. It's America. It's not America. Is anyone else lagging? I know there was some lag going on earlier. Let me know if it is my end. If everyone's experiencing it, I can see if I can mess around with the Wi-Fi router a little bit. And hopefully that'll work. But let's see. A royal wedding. Your wedding to Tobias is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. The first week and a day. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing by St. Bernard's Cathedral with Tobias at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. And I pronounce you queen and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the feast, there's a dance. Your new husband, Tobias, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech, which he flatters you outrageously. Stability has raised, authority has raised, defiance has lowered in all regions. By the time you find yourself alone with Tobias, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. To dance so beautifully is such a wonderful day, wasn't it? Do I try and make him happy? Also, welcome in, Embers. Thank you for the follow. I guess I agree with him. You endure a long conversation in which Tobias seems determined to flatter you relentlessly and agree with everything you say. By night's end, you still don't know who Tobias really is. His real personality is concealed beneath 100 layers of etiquette. You go through into your separate bedchambers, still strangers. Damn, I picked the wrong option. Be honest, dang it. Okay, well, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Handsome young man married to such an ugly queen. Damn. Damn, Pug. Damn. This will be the one time I actually make an error, thank you. I promise. I'm kind of already losing, but I swear it's fine. Taxing issue. Your Majesty, help us. The noble, patrician. Did I say that right? I think I already said that wrong. War of the green people is bleeding us dry. Not literally, I hope. No, making us use of common idiom, Your Majesty. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. The noble green person, War, has been taxing the peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Esteemed Highness. I have barely any gold in my vault. It's just doing what I can to stay aloft. What about the poor peasants' cows? What about the peasants' cows, though? A pox on the stupid cows. They've seen what the council thinks of this, But the cows. How dare you call the cows stupid, War? War, don't call the cows stupid. We need the cows, okay? We need the cows. Oh, okay. What would you guys like to do about War being mean to the cows, okay? A, you can throw War into the dungeon to teach him a lesson. B, you can allow War to keep overtaxing the peasants. Or C, have a royal tax collector take over the duties of the coast. I'll let you decide. No, the crabs. What are the crabs supposed to do? The cows give you both meat and milk. I don't think you want to milk a crab. Just thought. I don't think that's what you want to do. All right. It seems like everyone, for the most part, even some of the other green people, are voting to throw War into the dungeon. And VCat just has their own opinion. Okay. Alright, let us see. War is being thrown into the dungeon! How dare you disrespect the cows? By the 9th, not the dungeon! Why would you take me to the side of some poxy citizens? The noble War is flung into your deepest cell, and their ill-gotten gold is confiscated. The other greens grumble at the imprisonment of their compatriot. Well, obviously you guys voted for it, but War also has no money. I see that now. The authority's higher. Yeah, War is imprisoned, and War 2.0 has joined the council. What, VCat? What's going on, VCat? Pillar of the community. Yes, sorry, Ember. Yes, sorry, I was not looking. Ember, you are... God damn, wait, where are you? Am I blind? Am I blind? I don't see you in, Ember. I don't see it. I don't know if the join went through. That or I'm blind. Either one. It's by Angel. Wait. I'm blind. Wait, Angel. Wait. I'm blind! I'm blind! Thank you for the follow! It's my Steam name? Okay. Wait. I still don't see... Unless I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm blind. I genuinely still, even under Angel, I don't see, Unless you see it. Unless you see your name on the list. I don't see your name on the list. Did it say that you joined? I don't see you on the list. Possibly try, yeah. Oh, you misspelled it? Okay, yeah, try it again. Try it again. You know what I sent, please? The redeem? Wait. See the hydrate. What else was sent, VCat? I don't see. Why does timeout say 1 minute and 2 minutes? Why did I get 1 minute 30? Because Foggy's weird. Okay, that's what it is. All right, there you go. Ember, you're on the Baron's team. You're on Team Red. You're on Team Red. There we go. All right, let us continue. My liege, I regret to bring this matter to you, but there's no other way. We've been tracking the Marcher criminal who's wanted in conjunction with a number of high-profile incidents back home. We thought that she'd slipped the net, until recently when we discovered that she fled into the coast a number of years ago. But the Green people are refusing to let us investigate further. Who's this criminal? We don't know her real name, but the common folk call her Backstab Penny. She's lied, cheated, and murdered her way halfway across the march. Wait a minute. Are you talking about Merry Old Penny? She's a pillar of the community in whatever city this is. She arrived a few years ago in the march and used her wealth to investigate the local businesses to set up an orphanage. Everyone loves her. Surely you jest. Merry Old Penny? This woman is a bloodthirsty criminal and must be punished. What would you like to do about Merry Old Penny? Is it the same Penny? Is it someone else? What are we doing? That's up to you. A, you can send Merry Old Penny back to the march. B, you can allow Penny to stay on the coast under the protection of the Green Peoples. Or C, you can summon her to the capital to answer to the Queen's justice. I'm going to veto and say that you guys cannot keep her protected. Sorry, Penny, I'm throwing you under the ringer. Alright, no B for you guys. No B for you guys. I took it away from you. Goodbye. Someone at the capital to answer to the Queen's justice. Is this unanimous? Is this the first unanimous vote we have? This looks pretty unanimous. Definitely unanimous. But we like Penny. But you could just send her back to the march. It could be bad Penny. You don't know who Penny this is. It's just a penny. Pennies are going extinct, you know. Execution! When Backstab Penny arrives in the capital, she looks like any other sweet old lady, a sort of woman who gives local children candies against their parents' wishes. How can I help you, dearie? You look very familiar to me. Cut the crap, lady. We know what you did. Okay. It does look like my last wife, Boggy. How do you plead? Oh dear, I'm afraid Dragon must have mistaken me for someone else. I swear on every god there is, my liege. I've never pillaged anything but my pantry. Why did you move to the coast? I always liked it there. The people are more delightfully, different. And they love orphans, just like me. This is not a very good defense, lady. Have I mentioned that I love orphans? They remind me of myself. I was orphaned for as long as I can remember. I've heard enough. This is her god, she's lying.
This is her god. She's lying.
Understandable, Shadow. Yeah, poor woman, innocent, free Penny. No, did you hear it? She likes orphans because she's an orphan, and the way she said it just sounds bad. I've heard enough. Execute her. You have Penny executed the next morning, though she tries to persuade the headsman that she's just a little old lady. He doesn't seem to care, though. Penny's dead. Justice for Penny? No, Penny doesn't need justice. Penny doesn't need justice, okay? Nasty, but it has to be done. Hey, the red people are happy with me. But what if it was a mistake? She seemed like a normal old lady. You can't go around killing nice old ladies. The kingdom will fall apart. I'm sorry, Vex. I killed the nice old the nice old lady. Let's ruin their treasury. Let's not ruin the treasury. I don't know why the redeem's still on cooldown, VCat. Is that it? That's it for the day. Let's see how this goes. Warning, the monarch currently has no heir, just so you know. I don't have a child yet. Alright. Red people, you still have to raise your own trade to 5 or less. You're already there. Purple people, you have to lower your own faith to 4 or less. You're nowhere near that. And green people, you need to lower stability to 4 or less. You're not really close to that either. Alright, let's see. A vanity project.
What
Vex.
about due process?
It doesn't exist, Vex. It doesn't exist. Truly, it doesn't exist. The chief architect bustles into your office carrying an armful of parchment. Statues can be torn down. Paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time to leave a lasting mark on this kingdom? I propose we carve your Majesty's vicious visage into the side of a mountain. It'll take dozens of artisans, thousands of hours, but ensure that you're always remembered. Guys, we're making Mount Rushmore. We are making America here. Guys, we're making America. This America is truly coming home to us. It does sound pleasing. So glad you think so, Your Majesty. It'll be the talk of the kingdom and beyond. You call for a vote to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved into your likeness will surely get people talking. It's about time. And a lot of gold. Guys, we're making America here. We're making America. The East Coast, the West Coast, and the South? Yeah, we do. We don't necessarily have a middle of the country, but... or an upper country. We don't have a north, but that's fine. Should the chief architect make Mount Rushmore? Should we have Mount Rushmore? A, you can go ahead with the project. It'll be a wonder of the world. B, yes, and add the king consort Tobias to the design. Oh, please don't. That's expensive. C, and the nobles will fund it. Or D, this is an idea best left forgotten. Why does that increase trade? Weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with that. You guys have fun. You guys have fun. What would you guys like to do? You guys could very easily kill me right here and now, but that's okay. Because I believe in you guys. I believe you're not trying to screw me over, right? I believe that this isn't gonna be a huge mistake. Truly, you're not just trying to empty my treasury for what I did to Penny. Truly, right? We're making Mount Rushmore. Although I guess it is close to Mount Rushmore if we have multiple people. Voting's closed, and Tobias is added to the design. Many of the green people are happy with the idea of showing off the king consort this way. Your husband comes to see you straight after the project is announced. Excellent! This is an excellent idea. The perfect gift for the king consort who has everything. Oh, it'll be a landmark, a symbol of timeless marriage. Never, took you as a romantic. I merely chip away at the bleak stone to reveal the raw passion within. Planning starts in earnest. A mountainside is covered in scaffolding. You wait eagerly for the news of the project's completion, but the work is plagued with setbacks. The stone is harder to carve than anticipated. A storm knocks down the scaffolds, and a rockside erases much of the work that has been done. Your Majesty, I have to admit that I may have bitten off more than I can chew. You ate my money. Give it back! Give it back. I'm sure this will work out. Yes, of course it will. Yeah. As the weeks roll, it becomes more clear that the chief architect's grand ideas will take longer to come to fruition. I lost all my money. It's not very nice. Please, nothing else take my money. Your Majesty, this is an outrage! I demand justice! Last week, the noble Vex shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process. By all that glitters nonsense, rummage through your drawers and I'm sure you'll find the thing. Your Highness, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. Vex's ancestor left my ancestor penniless after a cutthroat dice game. Please, being a bad gambler is hardly a grievance. I think this sounds perfect for Vex, honestly. No, it's guys, it was gambling. Gambling. This was through gambling.
You trust me, right? ...
That's up to them to decide. Only people left penniless for the ghost. But the guys, thank you for the follow too, Pug. Guys, gambling. Execute, guys! You guys liked gambling before. This was all done through gambling. You gotta appreciate the gambling. Gambling is cool. True. True, Emerald. Enough. I know Vex stole my priceless ring. It brings the March great luck and bounty. I don't think you have much bounty going on with your farming like that, but whatever. And my dear niece is to wear it as she marries. What would you guys like to do? Nothing affects me too much. So, A, you can send the Chancellor to the coast to investigate. B, you can arrest the noble Vex immediately. Or C, you can leave the squabbling nobles to deal with the situation themselves. You just, go like that. Yeah, doesn't matter what that means. Not at all. Okay, there you go. There you go. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Alright, it actually looks pretty close to 50-50 between going and sending the Chancellor to the coast to investigate versus leaving the squabbling nobles to deal with it themselves. All the green people really just, you know, are for Vex in this one. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Alright, and it looks like that's it. Send the Chancellor to the coast to investigate. Defiance can't go lower, and Defiance made higher in the green. That's fine. You order Chancellor to search Vex's home for this special ring. Goodness me, I do enjoy tales about mysteries. I shall go do my best. We'll wait to hear back about that. And finally, a helping hand. Civial, I had something I wanted to ask you about. What can I do for you? As you surely know, I run a very successful jewelers guild back in the home and the coast, but currently laws are a little restrictive for my trade, lots of tariffs and regulations, you know how it is. But I was hoping you could push for some changes in the council, eliminate some of the wait.
So where is the warrant?
I am the warrants, I am the law. I'm getting Mount Rushmore, warrant doesn't matter, it's not completely America yet. You guys haven't made America. Eliminate some of the import duties on the something jewels, perhaps? That's corruption, plain and simple. I wouldn't call it that, just a helping hand, that's all. Our labors will surely thank you for it. I don't think I'm getting money out of this. So, just don't need to be mad at me. Let's assemble the council. Guys, I see something I want. Please, oh please. I will make you guys very happy if you vote a certain option here. If you vote a certain option, I will be very happy with you guys. Guys, don't listen to Foggy. Don't listen to Foggy. Don't listen to Foggy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please, 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 please give me the money. I need the money. I don't care what else it does. Give me the money. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Okay. Trade is now high in the green, but Defiance is raised everywhere else. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me. I'm not in the red anymore. We have money. I can fund Mount Rushmore. Alright, and that's it for the season. Alright, what would you guys like to vote on? You can either buy a deer park to decrease farming in the Barrens territory. You can buy a Grand Bazaar to increase trade in the Barrens territory. For the counts, you can either raise your military with a fortress, you can lower your faith with an observatory, you can build an aqueduct in the Green People's thing to raise your farming, or you can build a prison in Green People to lower stability. What would you like? What would you like? What would you like? So no, the Green People need to lower it to 4. The prison won't help them with that all the way. Let us see. Again, to fund something, do ! fund space whatever letter you'd like to vote for, and then space how much money you would like to spend. I was really hoping you guys wouldn't see this one. I was kind of really hoping that it would not be present. but that's fair. That's fair. Increasing the military. Interesting choice. Alright, 12 seconds remain. So far it looks like the prison and the observatory are winning. They have won. You guys are really... okay. Buildings funded, the observatory lowered my faith by 1, and the prison lowered stability by 1. Alright, gunpowder smuggling, about your heir in searching... let's do searching for whatever this is. Searching for the ring. Your Majesty, I found Ember's ring, but the situation is delicate. Noble Vex's nephew has it because Ember's niece used it to propose to him. My guardian Vex doesn't understand true love. My dear Jean and I are meant to be together, feud or no. All we want is a quiet life, a little garden, a flock of geese, and 20 acres of land or so. No one knows about this romance yet, but tensions are high. Both regions are using the feud to fuel a full-on rivalry between the Barons and I already forgot how to say their name, the Green People. Perhaps I'm soft-hearted, but I can't help but feel for this young couple. Is there any way we could resolve this peacefully? Thank you for the bits, Vex.
Death blood traitors.
No, not traitors. Not traitors. You know what we do? We do the thing that'll raise stability. Everyone is pissed at me, but that's okay. You formally bless the upcoming marriage of Jean and Lucius? Both the Barons and Green People are outraged, claiming that you've disrespected their centuries-long feuding tradition. As weddings or preparations begin, the story of a love-struck couple catches the imagination of the Marcher peasants, who work together to make a huge cornucopia as a wedding gift. Farming raised in the March and stability raised in the kingdom. Gunpowder smuggling. Your Highness, the Barons of the March are attempting to amass a store of gunpowder. You know, explosive black powder from Kurth? What can I do? The Barons have established contracts with Kurth merchants, no doubt at great expense. Without the coin to purchase more powder, however, their plot will fail. As it stands, the Barons' trade is strong enough to procure a large amount of gunpowder stockpile. If you wish me to stop them, you will have to act fast. You bring the revelations which the Baron wholeheartedly deny to the Council. What would you guys like to do to stop the Red People from amassing more gunpowder? A, you can slap heavy tariffs on all import tax to the March, which will increase defiance and lower trade. B, you can threaten Kurth with, something for supplying gunpowder, which is delaying the scheme for 1 season. Or C, you can allow the Barons to import whatever they please. Are they? They're currently not, like, about to hit it anyway, so, like, our guns. Guys, gunpowder doesn't necessarily mean guns. We're not quite, this is not American. Okay? This is not American. Just gonna have fun. Have fun, have fun, have fun, have fun, have fun. What would you like to do? So far, it seems like a mix. I'll take a drink really quick. Damn, you guys just, you know, you totally see what I did here. Alright, I get to pick! Yippee! Yippee! Alright. Let's delay the scheme, why don't we? Thank you, guys! Okay, thank you. Kurth doesn't respond lightly to threats of, sanctions, but they're also willing to jeopardize trade relations over some of their more enterprising. The gunpowder import has slowed to a trickle, but it hasn't stopped. The Baron's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. First option would have been better. Not really, because that would have raised defiance a lot.
And the Barons are at their goal.
No, they aren't. They need 5 to raise. Oh, they are. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend oops. It would have stopped them. Well, they're already there, is the problem. I now see that it was raised to at least, not raised to lower, or lower to whatever. Yeah. Oops. I can read, I promise, Shadow, I promise. What'd you miss? Nothing much. Your marriage to Tobias has leaped from strength to strength over the past few months. Truly, you found yourself a soulmate. Oh god, this is the first time I've actually liked the person I married. Apart from the peasant woman, okay. And every day you count your blessings. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom.
Civil bonk, civil bonk, civil bonk, civil bonk, civil bonk.
No bonks needed. No bonks needed. No bonks needed, okay? Okay, Shadow? No bonks. No bonks needed, okay? Yeah, I got a soulmate, damn it. He's happy with me. It's probably because I made his face to Mount Rushmore, but you know. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir, you need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own who do the trick, even if it's... Yeah. My husband and I will... Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for the two of you to have a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Thank you, mother. Thank you. Said no to a personal Rushmore? True. Alright, I think that's the end of the day. The Conte rides to a remote, unremarkable spot in the moorlands. Soon, another joins them. Unfortunately, my lowborn are getting dreadfully devout. We're in no state to make a move against the Queen. It's far too dangerous, and the High Inquisitor will pounce as soon as we do anything. The Count's aim is to lower faith to 4 or less, so they can summon a demon. That's quite the month. Okay, yeah, but it's fine. Sitting on the beach outside the sun-bleached villa, two green people of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. You hear that? The screams, the shouts of dismay, the crackle of flames? No, all I hear is the sea lapping against the harbor walls. Exactly, it's terrible. The kingdom needs to be in chaos for our plans to work. The Queen's advisors are happy with her rule, and we can't buy their loyalty yet. Believe me, I've tried. Wow, thank you, War. The Green People's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Okay, I see something scary right here. This is scary. My beautiful mannequin. Okay, let's just tax the red. Well, I think what I'm gonna do, right? The red heads have a lot of money. That's just a lot of money. Let's bribe the green. I should bribe the green, but the problem is is the $300 worth it? I don't think the 300's worth it. We have an army? You do have an army. That is very true, you have an army. But if I'm taxing red, it only makes wealth equality. Exactly. We're bringing down the red. We're bringing down the purples, and then it'll be equal with the greens. It's perfect. Let's go with that. We'll start pushing to rebel. No, you guys are already trying to do that. When I gave you luck, that's true, VCat, but this is different, okay? Oh, there's nothing fun. Is everything in the red? They are. The happy couple. Your Majesty, that couple from the march and the coast are here to speak to the council. Oh, my liege, you brought us so much joy. I can't believe that we've had, to get to be with my dear Lucius. It's not all good. We wanted to get married and start a farm together, enjoy some peace and quiet for a change. All we need is each other and a few adorable animals, and the wedding could be a tiny 300 or 400 people at most. But of course, Ember and Vex refuse to give us anything. Please, your highness, just help us once more.
We haven't done anything, yes.
That's true, but you thought about it and you tried. Send them to the east! I don't think that's an option, is it? Should Ember and Vex help the lovers live out their farming dreams? Think about the cows, think about the geese, you know? Vex really... Was it Vex that was bad with cows?
Filthy blood traitors.
No, they're not traitors, Vex. They're not traitors. A, Ember should give the couple some Marcher land. B, Vex should give the couple some land from the coast. C, the couple should forge their own path in the- oh, they can go to the east. They also get money. You guys get money if you do that. The farm is a silly idea. They're on their own. I'm just going to veto that and have fun. You guys can pick from these. You can either make Vex pay for it, you can have the couple go to the east, or you can just have them give up on their farm. That's up to you. I see what you guys are going for, and I'm not too worried about it. Guys, think about the money here. Think about the money. People get money. There's lots of money. 750 coins money. Lots of money. Anyone else want to vote? Thank you! I like having the power over ending vote. Alright, Defiance raised, but that's, yeah, we're fine. A few nobles want their relatives to become humble farmers, especially if it's... Wait, few nobles want their relatives to become humble farmers, especially if it's because of a whirlwind of romance, someone of a rival lineage. Neither the barons nor the green people are happy. But the counts welcome them eagerly, even giving them some scrubby land to live on. Turns out the lovers have a knack for wilderness life, helped along by the lucky ring, and quickly cultivate a thriving farm to bring prosperity to the area. Farming increased a lot. Some counts' wealth has increased. Jean and Lucius even named their first child after the queen. Little Siviel grows up peacefully in the countryside, far away from the feuding families. Alright, now I'm scared. The jousting tournament. Okay. Okay. Can I die in the jousting tournament? Is, little Siviel. Third option? Hell no, I'm not going to the third option. Your Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. I'll compete myself. Superb, Your Majesty. I'll send your acceptance directly. I'm not gonna regret this at all. Totally. Totally. Criminals or corporals. My liege, your prison is overcrowded at the marches, and the march's armies are understaffed. A solution presents itself, You want to recruit the criminals? Gotten at one, Your Highness. The law forbids criminals from joining the army. I say we overturn that outdated legislation and start pulling people out of the cells and into uniform. Giving them a chance to redeem themselves? Redeem themselves by the 9th? No, I don't care about that. I just need troops, and at this point, I'll take them wherever I can get them. Remember everyone ruined the Baron's trade? Exactly. Please, actually do that. This is dumb. This is America. We make prisoners work. We make them work. I don't think we force them into the military, do we? A, allow the Marcher Army to recruit criminals convicted of petty crimes. Allow the Marcher Army to recruit criminals of all kinds, including murderers. C, allow the Knights Kingdom to sign up criminals if they choose. Guys, gambling. 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 Guys, there's gambling. Gambling. You see the gamble? You like gamble. There's gamble. Or D, refuse to allow any military to take in convicts. Gambling. 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 Gamba. I'll let you guys decide. It is up to you. But I know you guys, how much you like gambling. Vex, this is evil that you guys don't want gambling. Can't believe you don't want gambling. You of all people, Vex, normally love to gamble. I don't see it. I don't see how, where did this change? Where did I go wrong? That you're not willing to gamble. 2 seconds left. Does anyone want to Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, we're gambling. I'm fine with gambling in this one. In the March vote B. How about we just gamble? Because I think this will work, right? I think this will work in my favor, because I wanted it to fail. The armies of the counts, patriots, and barons all swell the ranks with cutthroats, murderers, rescued from the damp cells and offered a second chance at life. All the military has raised? Unfortunately, a sizable number of new recruits desert in the first opportunity and take to the hills, becoming revolting renegades who plague the entire kingdom's roads. Oh. Maybe I should have just went with B. Everyone's wealth decreased. Trade went down. My authority went down. My stability went down a lot. We'll bring it back. Well, option B was bad too, okay? Okay, you know, I'm fine with that, but you... Damn it, it wasn't quite enough for this. Screwed us all over, that's fair. You know, it's fair. I see.
Sue.
Gambling. I wanted gambling, okay? It was always worth it. See, Emerald gets it. Somewhere in the dark cellar, a nervous baron is showing their guests a stupendous cache of explosive gunpowder. Behold! Great God! By my life, isn't it rarer than gold dust? Over here it is. But this isn't the biggest stockpile in the kingdom, but only one. Now, what do we do with it? Red people, what do you want to do with the gunpowder? You can either A, sneak the gunpowder into the palace and blow them up sky high where your goal is to raise stability, or B, start manufacturing muskets and cannons to make the military unbeatable. Your goal is to raise military. What would you guys like to raise? One vote for raising the military. Either way, I think you guys are gonna have a hard time with this. Is it gonna win? I don't think so. I don't think so.
So the barons are gonna win cause of their stupidity.
I think they're gonna need like an 8 in military. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright. Remember, yeah, it won anyway, so we're good. Stream delay is wild. How far are we delayed? Can we do a number test? Can we do a number test really quick? If you guys hear this, can you type 3? I just want to see how delayed you guys are. If you can hear this, please type 3. Okay, Foggies, you guys aren't far behind. Some of you. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah. Some are a little delayed. If you are super delayed, try refreshing. That should hopefully bring you back. Hopefully you don't get an ad. I wish I could just turn them off completely. But hopefully. Parents care more about Gamba than winning. True. It's true. Am I fine? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's also possible that typing just slow. So yeah, I think you guys are all mostly fine. It was all within like 30 seconds. It was fine. Now that we have all this gunpowder, we can reverse engineer curse musket designs. We just need the troops to wield them. Now we'll step up our recruitment so we're ready when the time comes. I'll get to it. The first stage of the scheme, the barons must raise military to at least 7. That's not quite as high as I thought it was. Sitting on the beach outside the Sunbleach Villa, 2 green people on the coast are meeting up a plot about their latest scheme, along with some other faces the queen might recognize. Greetings, nobles. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. Good afternoon, I'm the treasurer, a pleasure as always, and the marshal. Okay. Wow, I take it you found my colleague's arguments most persuasive then. Indeed, the noble war has made some excellent points about the queen's incompetence. The most persuasive part is the giant bag of gold. Damn. Damn, Marshall. Damn.
A message from the Grand Pensioner of Kurth. I cannot believe the gunpowder space program was a total lie. I cannot overstate my surprise that our merchants were reckless with their money. I'll be making sure they learn that lesson the next time the kingdom does business with us.
Thank you for the bits. You know, you should have known that Space Ventures were too good to be true within, like, medieval times, but hey, at least you learned. At least you learned. Unfortunately, the Spy Master and the Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp, but with these 2 in our pocket, we can do great things. We just need to decide our approach. Green people, what would you like to do? Bankrupt the kingdom to buy out the throne outright, where you need to lower the treasury, or B, bring down the queen as a bribery scandal, where you have to raise others' defiance. What would you guys like to do? What would you guys hope for? Purple. No, how about they don't help purple? How about they just do neither? Is neither an option? Can you guys do neither? Alright, I'll give you guys a little longer to vote. Fools? What do you mean fools? Final, what do you mean fools? I also just realized you guys have the least amount of people. Alright, before it ties, we'll go with this. B seems smarter. B... I think either is gonna be an issue. Bankrupt the kingdom? What do they need to lower it to? Buy the throne? Sounds like a lump of cheese at the market. Are you mad? Quite sane. The queen takes a large enough financial hit, she'll be forced to look into her trusted treasurer for guidance. Don't worry, I'll take it from there. For the final stage of the scheme, lower the treasury to 500 or less. Oh, it's more defiant. Well, they had to raise the other defiance, right? I thought they said they had to raise. Whatever. That's not what was chosen. Yeah, we'll go with that. Invasion, a special guest, the Stone Maiden. This one's new. What is this one? Behold, your grace. Conte? Is it Conte or Count? Or I don't know what this is. Shadow pulls aside a something to reveal a granite statue of Count... Oh god. Oh god. Alright, you know, Noah has a statue, apparently. It is impeccably detailed, an expression of frozen grimace. A sad sight, is it not? Sculptor is most talented. No, your majesty, this is not a statue. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the east. Who's that? She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All that meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking up and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Nosistok. I do apologize, I'm still probably butchering your name. On the latest walk in the cemetery. You're also kind of dead. Please, your grace, we must do something. Yeah, you're dead. What would you guys... There's a lot of gambling here, guys. You can A, send the army to smash this thing to rubble. C, tell everyone to hide in the east to hide. Or D, consult fairy tales for a solution. All gambling. How hot is she? I don't think that's a question you should be asking. Maybe? But can you get betrothed to the Stone Maiden? Is that an option? It's all gambling. It just pick your fate. There's pure chance. This one is pure gambling. This one is pure gambling. That one's just brutal, but... Why are you trying to do this for goals to... Never mind. I see. When in doubt, read fairy tales. That's what I do. I don't know why everyone in the Barrens is gambling on the military if they want to rate... Whatever. Send an army to smash this thing to rubble. The eastern troops find the Stone Maiden waiting for them in a foggy swamp, her eyes blazing through the swirling mist. She beckons. They raise their weapons in charge. Her deadly gaze sweeps across them, turning thousands of soldiers. Oh dear god. Oh wait, that isn't their military. It wasn't everyone's. It was just the Count's. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Also, thank you for the follow. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. Well, you guys are very defiant now. Not really worried about going to war with you, but that's okay. Stability also is non-existent. Oops. And farming sucks. You guys, gambling really did its job. She retreats deeper into the underground, falls asleep once more. On the bright side, the Counts have plenty of oddly realistic statues. That's why their trade went up. Okay. Lovely. Invasion. My liege, we've been overrun, not by sword or spear, mind you, but by arrowroot. A particular breed of arrowroot. To be precise, it grows so fast it smothers our forest to death, the very same forest that we used to hunt for game. Thousands of native species could be at risk. The council must do something. What would you guys like to do about the invasion? You can either A, introduce a new species to prey on the root. Oh wait, never mind, let me just... leave it be. It's just the nature taking course. C, call it a great culling to deal with this. Or D, set the overgrown forest on fire. Arson. What would you guys like to do? What would you guys like to do? Guys, arson. 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 Think about all the fun arson. It's gambling. It's gambling without the percentage. It's mystery gambling, guys. Mystery gambling right here. Arson is fun. You get it, Emerald. You get it. See? See? Emerald gets it. Emerald gets it. How we go with this? Nobles have called for a great culling to deal with this. You put a call out for workers of the march to head out on what's known as the Big Cutting. Through the march, your economies practically grind to a halt for the fortnight, as the air route is eventually eradicated. Farming has lowered, and so has trade. Yeah, it's pretty minor, actually. A special guest. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. A servant straps on your armor and helps you mount your horse. She hands you a lance and you ride out onto the field. Welcome one and all, we have a most thrilling guest today. As you ride your horse past the stands, nobles gasp and stare. Is this bad? I can't just blow a kiss at them. I feel like that's gonna raise defiance if I do that. This is gonna lower authority. This... I don't know what this would do. What does glaring at the crowd do? Don't betray to- yeah, we're glaring at the crowd. Grumble rises from the crowd with only scattered applause. When the jousting starts, you quickly realize your opponents swerve each time they approach. They don't want to hurt a queen. Puts a dent in the challenge, really. Racing match, isn't it? You're beating everyone soundly. Make the most out of your advantage, disguise yourself to make a real match. Withdraw and watch instead. Yeah, I'm not raising military. I'm gonna disguise. A new competitor is about to join us. She comes from... I come from the east. With your entourage helps you with a new set of armor. You ride out onto the field. And here we have, what was the name? Count Vladina, ready to fight. Ready for battle. Oh, damn. You unseat competitor after competitor. Blood courses through your veins as you raise your lance in victory. The audience roars in support, cheering wildly for the Countess Vladina. However, how long has it been since you felt really admired? At the end of the day, Baron Ember hands you a bag of gold as your prize. You leave the tournament feeling very pleased with yourself. Meanwhile, the Eastern Cavalry troops have a huge influx of people eager to join up. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go with the march then. Hey, looky, looky, it's my treasury. Looky, looky, it's so happy. Alright, and I think that's the end of the day. Alright. To recap, the red people want to raise their military to at least 7. They're currently at 5. The purple people need to lower faith to 4 or less. They're at 6. And the green people need to lower the treasury to 500 or less. Okay, I can have an heir, mystery night, and eerie feeling. Give me my baby, please. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask the crown be passed down to... The council hall fills with nervous silence. What do we want? What do you want the child to be a son? A daughter? Or genderless? Son? Child? Okay, I'm leaving this to you guys. It really doesn't matter to me. Daughter? Okay, now it's like completely child. Poll? Okay, yeah, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Foggy, can we have a poll? And it looks like child's winning, but we'll do a poll. I'm fine with anything. I am fine with anything. You guys get to choose my child's fate. Aren't you happy? What should the mini-civ be called? Son, or what should it be, I guess? Daughter, son, or just child? There was a lot of votes for son. almost, if it ties, I don't know what to go with, if I'm being honest. I'll probably go for child because it's funny, but if you win, you will be playing as your child. Oh, really? But I've never gotten that far. Normally I get the, like, I can get to the air, and then everything in the kingdom immediately, like, erupts into death, and I die in some awful way. Or one time I just got, like, banished to the countryside to live with my peasant wife. I don't know why I had a peasant wife, but that happened. Alright, it looks like child is winning, just a little bit time. If you guys want to vote on what it should be, I think son still has a chance to come back, kinda. Daughter's kinda dead. She never winks you. Abstaining? Okay, well you abstained, which... I'll give you the vote then. Do you want son or child? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? That's what we get. Flip a coin? I would if I had a way to flip a coin. I don't have a way to flip a coin! And for you guys to see it, do I even have a coin? I have a bottle of super glue. Child then? Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. That's still a vote. It's a vote that was abstained, so we'll go with the vote. The assembled nobles break into a polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your esteemed highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What's their name? Siviel II. Most excellent, your esteemed highness. I'm sure little Siviel II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations of finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the spy master soon. I don't think I did a very good job with my ambition, but whatever. The Mystery Knight. Oh. As you walk the corridors, your spy master falls into step beside you. She hands you a wooden carving of a figure astride a horse. I hear a mysterious knight called Countess Valadina has made quite the impression during the jousting season this March. No one knows who she is. The counts all want to sell these figures and commercialize the enigmatic jouster. Okay, I cannot speak apparently. It would be it would bring a great deal of money to the area. I don't want to give up all my money. You can sponsor the following of Countess Vladina, which will raise trade and will not do anything with faith. I can gamble, dramatically reveal that the Mystery Knight is you, or refuse to let them profit off of your achievements. Gamba 40%. I need to lower the defiance. I need to lower their defiance, right? Hopefully it lowers by 2. I'm not going with the 20%. That could throw this in anarchy. Okay. Okay. The problem is the defiance. And this could very easily spike defiance if I do this wrong. Yes, Gamba. The problem is they're gonna get mad at me with this. They only have a chance getting mad. And I could just sponsor and then make sure defiance doesn't happen. That only raises their trade. But I don't want to give the green people. I need the money. Gamble. Make the... Yeah, that's not surprise. Make the big announcement with incredible pomp. Putting on a proclamation that the mysterious knight was none other than you, but not all the counts are happy. The beloved knight was not actually from the east, even if it was the queen. Yeah, okay, that's fair. What else? Is that it? No, eerie feeling. I'm most pleased with the new prison we built on my land, but the prison warden believes that the whole building is cursed. She refuses to allow us to transfer any prisoners there. Why in the 7 hells do you believe that? Nobody knows, but it gives them a creepy feeling. What should we do? What do you do about the possibly creepy prison on the coast? A. Have a High Inquisitor perform an exorcism. B. Paint puppies and clowns all over the prison.
Riot, 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 riot.
Guys, you can paint puppies and clowns. That's definitely what prisons need. No riot, though. No riot. I'm not letting you guys riot. Order the guards to stop complaining, or D. Raise the prison to the ground. This is in the green. I don't know about the green. Leave the basement soon? No, VCat, you're stuck in the basement. Don't raise my prison. Exactly. How about we don't gamble, but, have fun. Just have fun instead. What would you guys like to do? Perform an exorcism, paint puppies. I still think the puppies is the way to go. I really like the puppies. The puppies is great. Or you can raise it to the ground. Up to you. Oh, the puppies are getting some votes, actually. Vote the creepy clowns and puppies. I think it'd be good. Any last second straggling votes? True Americans gamble. Yeah, okay. Gamble votes, got it. You have voted to have the High Inquisitor perform an exorcism. It failed. No! Wait, no, this is the worst option. Okay. The High Inquisitor reports a few weeks later, it's not good news. I didn't find any hobbs, witches, ghosts, or demons inhabiting the prison, but something is very wrong with the place. The Inquisitor has failed you, Your Highness. What should we do to shut down the whole prison? Should we shut down the whole prison until we identify which evil force is at work? Somehow it raised stability. But I lost. Also, welcome in. Alright, I think that's the end of the day. Let's see where we stand. What would you guys like to do? You can either, as the Barons, you can raise your military by 1, or you can raise your stability by 1. Counts, you can vote to lower your faith, or overall you can raise authority. And then green people, you can either lower farming or lower stability. I guess you can vote for anything still, it doesn't matter, but yeah. Can't see our money? There you go. There you go. Hopefully you can read it. Let me know if it's too tiny. I can try and expand it. Let's see. There's a lot of money going towards lowering faith. I see that. Free funding is amazing. You guys are really well off there, aren't you? I mean, Lynn has some money. Lynn has some money to work with. Alright, I think this is gonna go way of raising the military and... Oh, they're actually there's a bidding war going on. You have 7 seconds left. Either lower stability or lower faith. Looks like faith and... Yeah, faith and military... Military's going up, faith is going down. Alright, purple can almost rebel. Please don't rebel. That's not nice. Let's do the ambition check last. Shark attacks. An upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. They've already sent condolences. You can't close my beach. Excuse me? The beach will be vital for coastal tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got the wrong end of a fish. Well, now I want to close it. You can't. I'll take this all the way to the council. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to keep the beach open and reenact Jaws? Do you want to hire adventurers to hunt down the man-eater, shut down the beach, or turn the shark into itself into a tourist attraction? Guys, people like the movie Jaws. People like the movie Jaws. I'll let you go with anything at this point. What would you guys like to do? I see why you're going with this now. Well, I still think this is a better deal. Look at all the money you could get. And you guys all know that green needs money. Look at all the money green can get. You guys didn't vote for this, but you could have. Alright. You're shutting down the beach. For the ninth's sake, are we really shutting down the most profitable beach over a rowdy tuna? It's only sensible option. The beach is closed until further notice, and tourism revenues take a nosedive, but no more people die. Stability raises, trade lowers, blah 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 blah. How bad is this? Oh, that's bad. Okay, can we get some faith here? Your Highness, we have come to submit a complaint about the green people. Lately, they've been neglecting their tiths. Not a debt collector. Who do you think the common folk will blame if the church starts failing? Me. No, Your Highness. They'll blame you alone. Especially if the priestess is spread word that you refuse to help a holy man in need. Fine, I'll help. The worst offender is Lady Lynn. She hasn't paid her tithe in years. I want to make an example out of her. What do you guys want to do? I'm going to say that you don't get to do this one. That one's bad. Okay. You can either order the green people to pay their dues to the church in whole, toss the green person, Lady Lynn, into the dungeon as an example, or do nothing. What'd you guys like to do? We were in charge, this whole coast to be golden gets yeah, fair enough. And that keeps faith low. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, good luck. Good luck. You guys have a whole 10 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys tried. Oh. So let's raise stability and raise faith, why don't we? Bye, Lynn, you're going. Bye, Lynn. Look, stability raised. Oh yes, we can. Hands behind your back, you faithless scum. You're in prison now. But faith is high. Okay, Lynn has their successor. Some of the green people are not as wealthy and very faithful. Alright, now that you're very faithful, can I pass my check? Probably not. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a saint. So far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's faith, your majesty. The church is still distinctly underwhelming, your majesty. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot, to change. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of your own. But your other advisors have other issues. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Yeah, well, I don't like you. You betrayed me. The common folk are sleeping giant. That even nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you in fear of revolution. And here's an idea. Declare war on the Ajmedi Empire. The nobles will forget about the schemes if you win. Okay. Okay. Looking at stability, stability's pretty happy. Trade is not very happy. Rebels get +2 military when they start a war. Alright, well. Farming is trash. I don't really want to go with that. Authority and military. I think military kind of is bad too, though. But if you do rebel, it raises military, right? I mean, he's good for you, but farming is not happy. So I think, and I'm thinking way too much about this. It's murder. 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 A wise decision, your majesty. I'll begin putting it together. I still don't trust you, but your plan was better. Of course, it won't be easy. Your priority is to raise authority and the kingdom's overall military as much as you can. And of course, there's can't be any open rebellion among the nobles. Oh. Wow. That's damn it. Okay, well, you guys are about to rebel anyway, so I may as well just like take everything I can from you, right? Who voted? Can I see who voted to rebel? Does it let me wait? I can. Cortex wants to rebel. Next the council just rebel. You know, give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. How bad are you guys? Red people, you'll be my friend, right? Other bats are no. See? They're friendly. They're friendly. Will you guys be my friend? I won't take your money if you'll just be my friend, right? I won't take your money. Your guard will have your back. Okay. Tax the red, make it fair. No, I don't want to tax the red. We don't need to tax the red. The red are nice to me. You guys are trying to rebel. Yeah, Your money. Just give me your money. Yeah, war, I don't know about that war. No. Alright. Ambition, tyranny. You've done some redecorating in the throne room, anticipating your future as an iron-fisted tyrant. With the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. I like what you've done at the place. A lot of chains and spikes. Is that a working Iron Maiden? I ruled the Hidgens myself. Very good. A master artificer looks after her tools. That's not the thing. You pull a lever in your throne, and a trapdoor opens just to the marshal's left. Beneath it, a pit of withering snakes, all deadly, of course. Huh, classic. Let them try to vote against you now, she composes herself. I've been surveying the troops across the kingdom. Listen to the marshal's report. They're a complete mess. They barely know how to march in a line. One of them won against a fight in a training dummy. I've been asked to give him a medal. What should we do? I'll sort it out, Your Majesty, just like always, to improve your chances of victory. Increase the kingdom's military and authority as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. I don't think I'm gonna last 2 seasons, but thank you. Yeah, just, what's this one? The shield. Your Majesty, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. A demon's hatched from the ground? Even worse than that, I fear. An order of once great knights have fallen into dispute? It's an order of something shield, Your Majesty. We were once the greatest of knights, ordered to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land, tales that would make a troll weep. But they've been brought low and working as glorified bounty hunters for the coast. This is a stain on our honor. Nonsense. Our military has suffered some setbacks recently and hired the security to keep order for a pretty penny, I might add. The security has been solving problems and we want solved and kicking the buttocks when we need it kicked. Blood and Stars, security, how has it become to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need reminding of a little thing called chivalry. You guys write poems, I don't think you have chivalry. So fancy indeed, Pug. Please, Your Grace, I beg the council to be reasonable. Should the Order of Shield be recalled to reform their glory? A, you can recall the order to restore the courtly dignity. B, you can invest in the security to help protect the coast. C, you can hire the order to watch the palace watch. Or D, ignore the situation. I say we go like that and we have fun. Alright, reverse ordering is in session. Reverse voting does happen, by the way. Reverse voting is here. There is reverse voting. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun, one and all. Alright, it looks like I'm going with C. Hire the order to join the Palace Watch. When they arrive at the palace, the Knights of the Shield turn out to be petty, argumentative, and ruthless words away from the feels romantic a vision. Damn, VCat, you have a romantic vision of the Shield. Okay. But they are very, very efficient. On their first day, they caught a thief sneaking into your kitchens and beat him to a pulp. My authority's higher. As for your honor guard, they and the order have gotten on well. Certainly, they have a very high opinions of themselves. You vote B money? Okay, well, you see, bye-bye treasury. Guys, you need it to be 500. It's not gone. Can I make you guys not rebel in one fell swoop? For the last few months, your esteemed highness, our new prison has stood disused and forlorn. Okay, I thought it said disguised, and I'm like, that shouldn't be what that meant. I went to visit a few days ago, and the atmosphere remains as oppressive and creepy as ever. We stand little chance of reclaiming it. When I was there, I met a woman who said she'd camp in an empty cell. Who had set up camp in an empty cell. She claimed to be researching from the look of her. I think she was a witch. Is she the cause of all this? I don't know, Your Serene Highness. I hurried out of there to avoid being turned into a frog. Witches are not to be taken lightly. Your August Majesty, we must consult the council. I don't think this is a witch, by the way. I really don't want to join the rebellion. Is that true? Is that true, War? I don't know if I trust. What should be done about the witch doing research on creepy abandoned building? Gambling. Send a team of inquisitors after the witch, ask the witch to help reclaim your prison, or C, let the witch carry on doing witchy things without interference. I still don't think this is a witch, but you know, this is not helping me at all, so you guys have fun. Oh, it doesn't really matter if you rebel or not, VCat. It's already been done. Alright. Alright. No, only Pug wants the witch to do witchy things? I still think the witchy things would be fine. If you love fun, you'll vote for Gamba. I don't know, like gambling. I don't know. Emerald, I don't know. I don't know. Where are we? Are we in the green? I don't remember which region we're in. That's probably a who needs faith? But we could have gambling. We have high faith, so let's gambling. Ooh. Okay, I'll take that. A few weeks later, you receive word the witch was captured and burned alive. The High Inquisitor delights in acting out every grisly detail. Its exceeded authority is now up at 7, faith is now up at 8. And as the flames rose, she tried to lay a curse upon us all, but the 9th god protected us, of course. Oh, you should have heard her wail. Unfortunately, the witch's death does not solve the problem with your prison. It still has got the unsettling air. Perhaps the witch has nothing to do with it after all. Alright, green people would probably have to go for a faith roll. I hope you don't. I really hope you don't. I genuinely hope you don't. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. If nobles vote the same, yeah, we don't need any of that. It's all useless to me. Alright, red people, we have a war to win here. Suspicious Knights, Rebellion. What is this one even reading? Opening Strike. Oh, Suspicious Knights. Your Majesty, remember how we hired the Order of the Shield to join the Palace Watch? What have they done now? They left to rejoin the Eastern troops! Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I spent money on you. I'm so glad. What a disaster. That's not all the bad news, Your Majesty. The Order of the Shield are mercenaries at heart. Money can't last forever. Your trade lowered. I'm so glad. What was the other thing? I don't even get to- oh, rebellion. Okay. As long as the counts have reached their boiling point. At long last, the counts have there we go. You were confronted in your throne room by Count Cortex. His smile is sharp as a scalpel. The Counts the East will bring you down, pretender, to the throne. We will rise up and fight for Sylvia, the true queen. Well, I'm sure it's not just me. The name's very similar. This is a formal declaration of war. The next we see each other will be on the battlefield. Oh god, I have no... Seize him. Come along now, traitors get the chop. What? You can't do this! I'm an envoy, see? How could the queen's tyranny grow worse by the day? Bye, Cortex, you're now on your 3rd. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. Well, they're dead now, so... definitely happy. I didn't expect them to move so boldly. Yep. What are the chances against the rebels? Well, we're badly outnumbered. Our hopes are slim. How did things get this bad? The leader of the rebellion, Count Shadow, has reason for the uprising. They're citing your history of petty transgressions against the Count. Urge to murder rising. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So, this is it. Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There have been lots of death and suffering before this is all over. Yep. Can't wait. I'll go and dig the trebuchets. God. Shadow, no! Shadow, no! It's not needed.
Riot.
Also notice how this all started Because we let a noble get married. That's it. Dear green people, thank you for joining us. Our righteous war against the tyrant Queen Siviel. Yes, you have our support. We're hoping that you do most of the actual fighting, though. Ha, not likely. You've committed now, my friend. You must decide where to direct your opening strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the Barons to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the Barons may join our cause, then we can call them into war. They'll be more than likely to join us if they see Queen's authority is low. You could always call upon the church to condemn the Queen, or, finally, you could send off the assassins to nip this in the bud. Aw, crap. Well, have fun, green people! What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So glad. So glad. I hope it fails, Emerald. Let the gamble be fun. Let the gamble be righteous. How will the gamble go? Please fail. Please fail. Petition to support of the church. Damn it! Okay, damn it! 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 Thank you for meeting with me, Your Holiness. Your message was most heartfelt. How could I turn down those who in need? We, of all the Ninth God's children, after all, I fed you all of this faith, you stupid Archbishop. Oh, I couldn't agree more. And on that subject, the church has been suffering lately, hasn't it? The Queen hasn't been giving you the support you deserve. Alas, it is true, the Queen has strayed far from the light of the Ninth. It breaks my heart. A queen with so little concern for the kingdom's spiritual health can scarcely be considered a queen at all. Now, Aspen, on the other hand, if they ever need themselves on the throne, they'd be sure to make a substantial contribution to the church's coffers. Now, you know I care not for money, I only care about what's best for the kingdom. And what's best for the kingdom is a monarch who cares about the church. I'll lend you my full support gladly. Oh. Thank you, Your Holiness. Faithful followers of both the Ninth God and the Queen are thoroughly shaken by the church officially throwing their weight behind the rebels. Their loyalties are torn in half. Oh. The March lost some military, and the Coast gained military. You're very religious now, aren't you? Is there any... Oh, well, I'm still alive. I'll take that. Alright. See how this goes. Captured loyalist. Keep the sweet. The great battle. Let's see if I can swing this around. Good news, VCat! In the latest sortie, I've captured a key leader of the loyalist forces. Oh, no! No! Someone gag our guest. I'm tired of listening to his withering. That's better. Now can we hear ourselves think? So, VCat, what should we do about our prize? What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Purple people, would you like to execute my poor follower? Would you B, extract key information from him by any means necessary? C, free him as a show of mercy? Or D, demand a hefty ransom from the barons? The choice is up to you. Oh, you're going with gambling. I see the gamble. Extract key information from him by any means necessary. No, where's your honor, you dogs? I'm a prisoner! And a noble! The Baron is dragged away and handed over to the expert interrogator, who asked very pointed questions before the... Oh. No! Before the Baron expires, he gives up the most useful information about the march and troop movements. You worthless noble. You died for no reason. Information which the Counts put to good use, ambushing a column of soldiers and slaughtering them to... Oh man. Rebels gain a victory point. Militia is now inadequate. The Defiance went down, though. The poor treatment soon spreads. Yep, defiance went down. Can the march do something? I don't know the march! Here, the march, maybe the march can do something. Thank you for the bitch, Shadow.
All according to my plan.
I really, truly hope this was not your plan. You must have noticed that the barons aren't happy, Your Majesty. The rebels have numbers on their side. If the march joins the rebellion, all will be lost. It's high time you ask the barons directly what they need. Very well. You call the council, the barons whisper amongst themselves, glancing in your direction. Bloody hell, what's the point of this session? Since when has the queen cared about what we have to say? Damn, Embers. Damn your eyes, I can't believe you're bellyaching. There's war going on. Not only the ones out on the field, are you? I just hope we can all have a productive time. This is a council overall, not just the barons. How can the crown encourage the barons to keep fighting for the royal cause? A, ignore the situation entirely. The queen has other things. Appoint some barons as military advisors.
Look what loyalty has gotten you barons.
You barons, I gave you money. I can give you money. I have money to give. Appoint some barons as military advisors, provide funds to the Marcher farms, or pay barons extravagant amounts for their... Have fun. Have fun. There, let's go with that. Yeah, you know, you guys just... Why not gamble? We like gambling. We like gambling. Gambling's fun. Gambling's fun. Gambling's fun. Why don't we gamble? Is this Baron only? Oh, this is red only. Oh, I thought this was full. Okay. I'll let you guys, if you guys want, again, this was Baron only. This was red people only. If we want to tie, you guys can have a tie. If not, how are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you, Vex. I'm about to die.
How are you
that's
doing
okay.
today, Sue?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm functioning. All right, it's only the two. All right. Don't want to lose my treasury. I want the military to rise though, so go like that. You have the treasurer arrange funds. In a few weeks, she comes to you seeing regarding the Archer farms. I'm pleased to say the crops are thriving in the march, and the army marches on its stomach, and the troops are now in step with confidence. Perhaps more importantly, the barons are praising your generosity. Only went up by 1. I'm so glad I spent that much money. Okay, a great battle. Vast armies in dark landscapes shadow the clouds, flags are flying, drums are pounding in the rhythm, and marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped in civil war. At least, that's what you imagine. Most of the time is spent in the safety of your own palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the east is trying to link up with the army of the coast. If we take them both at once, we're in real trouble. Our only hope is the barons. Against both armies at once, they'd be outnumbered, but perhaps we can take on the rebel armies by surprise if the two of us join forces. We have no choice but to strike on the other before it's too late. What are your orders, Your Majesty? I think this... How about you guys go after the counts? Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to the commander on the field. Hopefully they'll do as told. Goodness. God only knows treachery can thrive on the battlefield. What would you guys like to do? What would you guys like to do? Red peoples, do you want to defy my orders and go fight the green people? Do you want to follow my orders and fight the purples? Or hang back and let the rebels march on the capital without a challenge? Oh, you guys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Support Her Majesty, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's all or nothing. I take the 2-person army with me. We will win this battle. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts through the throne room, drenched in blood and sweat of the battle. Marshal, report. At dawn, we drew up in the battle formations. It's very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after all the trumpets blown and the cavalry charge, it's nothing but blood and screams. The Eastern army has smashed our... Majesty, it's never been massacred like that. Utterly annihilated. Some of the Marcher forces may have survived by a I don't know. They had to get out of there. Could this happen? We threw the dice. We came up with snake eyes. These things happen in war. Don't you dare use gambling terms on me. Thank you for your loyal support, Red people. I know, okay, it's not good. Because honestly, it's about time to hunker down and hope for a miracle. The armies, the counts, and the green people will be camping outside the walls. It's only a matter of time. It's time to pray to the 9th, Your Majesty, because apart from him, we're on our own. What would you guys like to vote on? You guys can, I don't even care anymore. Just go for it. Just go for it. Why are you increasing your trade? No, there's a reason, I'm sure. There's a reason, I'm sure. Gonna turn in? Alright. Wait, if you're actually leaving, have a good night! Thank you for coming by! I do apologize that my voice is cracked. I don't know what's up with it. If I'm being completely honest. Alright, 16 seconds left. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? No, why would you do that? Why did you go? Okay. No, fine. Why would you lower your own faith? I don't really understand, but interesting choices, one and all. Ground-shaking discovery, besieged, too many crows. Your Majesty, my spies are reporting that the coast is being taken over by crows. They started spreading from the very spot where we burned that wizard. They're spreading across the area like an enormous black stain. Millions of crows, hundreds of acres of farmland have been rendered unusable, as well as several important trade routes. You guys have bad trade and bad farming. Damn. The green people are baffled and frightened. Hopefully this teaches them a lesson. The chaos of the coast will help us. It's true. Well, that's what you guys get. Your god has done nothing for you. Ground-shaking discovery. The green people are digging tunnels under the walls! Your Majesty, by the 9th, coastal troops could boil up from underground anywhere in the city, even under your very throne. I've placed bronze bowls of water inside all the city walls. Judging by the size of the ripples, we've worked out where the tremors are coming from. It's a rough measurement for certain, but we must act now. What would the council have me do? What do you guys want to do? Do you want to flood the tunnels with water to divert them from from there? Dig counter tunnels to send troops to fight them off? Please don't. Or smoke them out? What would you guys like to do? All of you guys who are rebelling don't have a chance, just so you know. You guys aren't on the council anymore, I now realize. Alright, I just need to wait for the timer to be up. It's like real life. You know, this could work. We could do this. We could do this. We could actually do this. Is it possible? Does this game just let you murder 2 of the houses? Can they just completely disappear? Alright, we're flooding.
Test.
Oh, what do you mean test? I'm scared, Vex. Make our own council and it'll be twice as true. You could, Cortex, but it's not gonna be cooler. After days of exploratory digging, your tunnelers meet up with the coastal tunnels and frantically evacuate. I diverted the flow of tread water directly into the enemy's tunnels, flushing away their wooden braces along with their miners. Unfortunately, this caused the tunnel to collapse. The tunnel was under our walls. Oh. The section of the wall has collapsed. Bought them off, but only barely. Who knows how long the barricade will hold. The green people and the counts march through the crown lands, pillaging and burning. The roads are heavied with refugees, and corpses clog the rivers. Now the capital is surrounded. You stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring in dismay of the army camp stretching for miles outside the city walls. Get down from here, your majesty. With any luck, the crossbow bolt. Is there any hope? Only one. The barons are still out there, your majesty. Their armies were smashed by the rebels, but they'll be gathering reinforcements and calling on their reserves. I hope they get here in time. You're right. There's still hope. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder towards the capital. It crashes into a nearby clock tower, smashing it into smithereens. Also, welcome in. I think this game's about to be over. Like I said, your majesty, you better be getting inside. How many victory points do you need? You guys already won, right? I can't lose my treasury. I can't lose the treasury, so I'm not taxing them! No! No, that'll make them mad at me! I have very little people actually on my side here. Justice for Penny, no! No justice for Penny! Join a losing game, yeah, you know? Not like it matters. We support you, can I take your money then? I feel like, yes, okay. Thank you, thank you. Let's see how this goes. Triumph of the rebellion. Yeah, I'm dead. The sun rises on the city in turmoil. The counts begin their assault last night. And since then, you've heard nothing outside but screams and howls of the clashing blades. Half of the city is in flames. The soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guard are in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade of organized last-ditch defenses, vital work. But you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you, your husband, and your child. Cradled in the arms of their nanny. Their crying is giving you a headache. We'll be alright, won't we? We'll survive this? I thought you were silver tongue. Shouldn't you be giving me hope? It's up to the ninth to decide. I suppose so. You wait and stew. Outside, the screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spy master arrives. Out of breath, her face stained and smoked with blood. They'll be here any moment, your majesty. You must saddle your horse to escape the city. I know a secret passage. I know how this ends, and I don't like it. Actually, the husband's with me, right? Yeah, RNGesus hasn't liked me this entire time. I've only gotten one good roll this entire game. They gamble too much. Yeah, I don't know! Does my husband leave with me? Last time I was alone. Does my husband leave with me? Down the fight. I don't know how this can end. I know how it can end if I run away on horseback. I want my husband to go with me, damn it. Show me where to go. You follow the spy master through a hidden trapdoor behind your throne. Tobias accompanies you, as does the nanny, still holding your child in arms. The capital is lost, but you can get back. The barons have agreed to take shelter while you plot your revenge. At least some people are loyal. After crawling down the secret tunnel for what feels like hours, you spill out into the leafy courtyard. Shush, Shadow, shush! 4 horses are waiting. As you saddle up, you hear a wet thud beside you, followed by the sound of something. Please just be the nanny. Please just be the... Okay, that's not as bad. Your spy master is lying dead on the ground, her head missing. Shadow stands over the body, flanked by a dozen soldiers, their long swords stained red. Never liked her. Ideas above her station. Your nanny runs off, still clutching your child in her arms. At least there's a ray of hope. Even if you die now, the heir lives on. Shadow.
Hello there.
Hello. Shadow, have mercy. What have we ever done to you? Quiet. You have nothing to fear. I'm not here for you. So you knew about the escape route. Not the only one with spies. With a triumphant smirk, Shadow makes a sharp gesture. The Eastern soldiers step forward, swords at the ready. People say the counts are ruthless, but not without mercy. For example, they'll make sure your death is swift. No, we're fighting. Empty hands can do little against armor and swords. You're given a vicious beating, and the fight drains out of you. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you and drag you away back towards the palace. Your ordeal isn't over. Your husband is dragged off too, kicking and screaming. You never see him again. You can only hope that Shadow kept their promise. No harm has come to him. After a week of rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched outside to a public platform, jeered at thousands of peasants. You cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and tongue. Oh boy. Shadow sits in the front row, grinning. Rebels have won, the capital has been taken, you are the former queen. The executioner waits silently, holding an axe bigger than you. If you have any last words, now's the time. I did everything I- wait, can I just be silent? Is that worse? Question, does she- everything I did was for the kingdom. Place your head on the block, the executioner lifts the massive axe. Wait. You suddenly thought of a much better last words. You turn to the executioner to tell him, but the axe is already falling. Your head bounces into Shadow's lap, and your reign comes to a gruesome end.
As they say, we win this C-E-E-E-E.
Yeah. Successors voting opens. Who are you guys gonna vote for? Or can I vote? No, I can't vote. I don't know how the voting works. Oh, exclamation mark vote. Either A or B. Guys, don't let the purple people win. At least my husband was related to these people. At least, like, go with the husband, right? Go with the husband. Go with the husband. Right? Right? Damn, I died again. Having lost the rebellious counts, Queen Sivula is dragged off the palace and decapitated in the city square. The counts, led by Shadow, launched a rebellion that toppled the queen and devastated the kingdom. But when the dust cleared, they weren't quick or strong enough to seize the throne themselves. As a reward for staying loyal to the queen, the barons were beheaded. Oh. In public, the survivors swore loyalty to the new regime. We all went out together, isn't that great, guys? We all went out together. The green people joined the rebellion alongside the counts. The aftermath, they were a natural choice to take the throne, and Aspen was crowned half a century. Thank you for the bits, Vex.
GG, well played, EZ.
No, guys, I could have won this! I could have won this, damn it! I could have won this! It's just... Let me resize this back. I don't have time for another match today. Let me know if you want to play King of the Castle in the future. I don't have time. This one went long. Second round for the win. Not today. We can't today. I don't have time for it today. Like, this one took 3 hours. Yeah, we don't have time for it today. If you guys want, are you guys interested? We can play it next week if you guys want. That's what you get for killing Penny. Penny is not the reason for this. Penny was not the reason for this, right? I'm sure Penny was not the rebellion. Alright. What are the stats? I was defeated. The game length was 3 years and 9 months. My spouse was Tobias the Coast, and the monarch is Aspen. And that is it. That is it. Let me take us over. Where did OBS go? There it is. Let us take it over to just chatting. All right, I will be ending it here. Thank you guys for coming to today's stream. Be looking around the category. No worries, no worries. Thank you for coming. Thank you everyone who joined in for the first time as well. Thank you for everyone who's been here before. We will be streaming next Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. And it's gonna be a horror game, and it's called Me Side, and My Side, Me Side. I'm not quite sure how to say it. I made a deal, and I have to play it, and we have to beat it in one sitting. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, congratulate Me Side, yeah, that, whatever that one. That's the one. Blame Foggy for that one. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to today's stream. And yeah. I don't really have much else to say. Thanks for killing me. I'll see you next time.